How old are you?
I'm 29.
Okay. Where are you from?
I'm from Fort Lauderdale.
What's the most challenging thing about dating at 29 in Miami?
When you have nothing to offer,
You or the man?
a man.
Okay.
I feel like men these days, like you have to like pretty much ask them what's their favorite lip gloss because they just want princess treatment.
What gives you that idea?
They just want you to like chase after them. They want you to like be the one to initiate conversations. There's like no like real men anymore.
Should a man not be chased and admired?
No, they should be chasing.
Okay. What gave you that mentality?
I think maybe my upbringing.
What about it though?
A man should be a man. I don't know. Yeah.
Is there a difference between pursuing and chasing though?
It's like the same thing. Yeah, they're like the same thing.
So how do you show a man that you value him if he's always chasing you?
If I actually want him, then I will make the time for him and give him attention. But if he's not giving me that initial attention, then I'm good.
Let's say I wanted to take you on a first date. Would Chipotle and a walk in the park be fine?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. I have to go inside.
Well, I'm just curious though.
Yeah, no. I'm
What
good.
would you prefer?
We have friends waiting.
Well, at least tell me what your preference would be.
Just something like more like I don't know, just something nicer.
Like upscale,
Yeah.
maybe like Sexy Fish or Komodo.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. No.
I have to end this though because my friend's waiting for real.
But we just started.
I know.
Are you? Well, you heard it here first. Welcome to Brickell, Miami, Florida. Is it better to be single or in a relationship?
It depends what stage of life you're in. Right now, I prefer to be in a relationship.
Right now.
I wouldn't want to be single. I'm 23. I'm about to go into medical school and like build my career. So I like being in a relationship.
You don't think you're in your prime right now? And
I'm not in my prime, but like it's better to like have fun with someone with you than to be like go out by yourself, I think.
okay, so it would be better to settle down for you at
me,
23
Yeah.
as opposed to when you're like 33.
But that's just like the culture that I was raised in. My mom got married when she was 19. So I'm late right now. Not really late, but like it's not out of the ordinary. I know that nowadays it's like people get married like later on, which is fine. But for me, 23 is a good age to settle down.
Do you think the same thing goes for men settling down in their 20s?
I think men is very different in the sense that a guy is only going to settle down with you when he's ready. It doesn't matter if you're the right girl or not. It just depends on the time, like the point of his life that he's in. So a guy could be with like his perfect match, the perfect girl, like perfect for him, has everything that he likes, and if he's not in the stage of his life where he wants to settle down and be loyal, he won't.
How old are you?
I'm 35.
And where are you from?
I'm originally from Russia.
At 35, what's the hardest thing about dating right now?
The hardest thing as being a single mom is to find a man who is serious about you and wants a family and wants to take care of you as a man. So that's the hardest thing in Miami.
Well, realistically, do you think that men were more serious about you before you had a child?
That was such a long time ago that I don't remember. And I was too young.
So why do you feel like men aren't taking you as seriously now with a kid?
Because nobody wants responsibility, and the type of men I like, they want their own kids. They want to be alpha, whatever. They don't feel like that would be alpha enough for them to take care of other people's kids.
Now, do you think that it's fair to expect a man to want to take on that extra responsibility?
Well, I was a stepmom before, and I took on this responsibility because I loved the person and I loved whatever comes from this person. So if I can take responsibility like that, I think that the other person can take responsibility like that as well.
But when that relationship ended, how did that affect your relationship with the kid? Did it hurt you in any way, or?
It hurt as hell, yes. I missed that kid. I cried whenever I would see him around. Yeah, it really hurt me.
So could it be that a lot of men are afraid of having that happen to them too with you?
That's not the reasons that they list usually.
Why do you think so?
Don't just. I had straight up people telling me that having a kid is like a handicap. It's like a minus on my resume. So
Okay.
I don't know what's the reason for that.
What do you think is harder, a man who tries to impress a woman or a woman who tries to impress a man?
It's definitely harder for men to impress women
Okay. Why do you feel that way?
because there's a lot of like men who do well for themselves, and I don't know, depending on your lifestyle, it may be a little more difficult to. I don't know.
Any woman that's worth having has options.
Yeah.
She has a roster.
Sure,
I'm pretty
fair.
sure she got like 10 in her phone right now that are trying to pursue her. That don't mean she wants them, but yeah, it's gonna be a little hard, especially if they have value. She look like she take care of herself, so you gotta come right. Be clean, cut your fingernails, clean your fingernails.
Well, do you think that unconditional love is real, or are people really only as loyal as their options?
No.
Both.
I think 1,000% like unconditional love is real. It just depends on the person.
Would you say you've ever experienced unconditional love?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
By guys in the past?
Yeah.
So there are guys who you could call now who you kind of fell out with who would still come to your aid?
1,000%. Yeah.
No. Are there any guys who could call you where you would just drop anything and go to their aid?
100%. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that a majority of them or the minority?
Like I don't have a lot of friends like that, period, so I don't know.
Minority.
Minority.
So minority?
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you feel about the statement, only women and children and dogs receive unconditional love, but men are only loved under the condition that they provide something?
I disagree.
I think there's some truth in that.
Where do your opinions differ?
Like I said, the guys are seen as providers and women of value, right? Because you don't want like a lower class woman that doesn't take care of herself. So a woman that does, like I said, she has options. So she's looking for the person who can provide the most mentally stimulating, the most financially beneficial,
And do you think that
driven.
Okay. And do you think that if she's not getting the financial from one guy, she'll seek that from another? Whereas even if that financial guy isn't providing the emotional side, she'll seek that somewhere else.
It depends on how mentally stimulating you are. If you can't stimulate her mind, then obviously she's gonna be on a swivel looking for something else, So if you can't like help her grow, benefit her creatively, then obviously the last thing is like financially,
How old are you?
30.
What are the biggest red flags for a 30-year-old man?
Asking for my Snapchat.
You've had that still happen to this day?
Yes, I do, but they'll ask me for my Snapchat instead of my phone number. And then they'll DM me on my Snapchat instead of texting me. Red flag.
What's the difference though? Isn't it still a form of communication between him to you?
Yes, but Snapchat is considered more like sneaky, like, disappears after 24 hours. So it's kind of still kiddish to me.
But I mean, that's not going to change the reality of what happens between you and that man.
True, but it kind of gives insight of what is going to happen.
What's another red flag?
Oh, when they say fly me out or buy me dinner or
You've had men say that to you?
Yes, I've had men be like, oh, I'm looking for a sugar mama. Especially young men. I don't know what it is. They want princess treatment. All the time, princess treatment. It's not good.
And the only person who should get princess treatment is you.
No, but I do believe like a man should lead and a girl can follow. When you got men acting like a girl, you got girls in their masculine energy.
So you're going to be on his program, not the other way around.
It's more like the mentality. Like if a man wants to be treated like a princess, then he's not going to be working hard. He wants to be spoiled. He got mama issues.
Okay, I get that, but
Yeah.
men lead, women follow, right? So if he moves to Texas, you're moving with your man.
It depends if it's for the right reasons, like work or family.
But if you want to be committed with him,
I mean, sure, if they prove themselves that they're worthy to follow, then you follow. If they're not worthy to follow, you don't follow them.
so when a guy comes up to you, in your head, what do you think he's thinking about you?
I have like literally zero thought because a guy will go up to 20 girls in one night.
Do you think he's thinking like,
It's just a habit for them, I feel. It's just like, oh, that she's just standing there. Let me just go and try and see. Maybe I'll score.
it's a numbers game?
It's a numbers game.
So do you think that sex is at the forefront? Or
For sure. It's not the same for girls and for guys. Guys are more like a number, like a list on a page. And girls are more like a connection thing.
so when you met your boyfriend, what was the first thing you were thinking when you laid eyes on him?
I just thought he was really funny. Like, I thought he was like a good person to.
You wouldn't know he was funny the moment you lay eyes on him, though.
It's a weird situation because I met him at a friend's birthday party. So it wasn't like here that I saw him like standing there and I was like, oh my God, that guy's so hot. It was like a friend's gathering. I just didn't know him, and he came up to me to talk to me. But it wasn't like. Do you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a club, and I was like, oh my God, that guy's so hot. You know what I mean?
But you were attracted to him.
Of course.
So realistically, at 35 in Miami, how much do you want your man to make?
Well, I make money myself, not bad, 150K, so I would anticipate him to make at least 200K.
At least 200 because
I make good money, so in the relationship it's supposed to be like more or less equal. I mean, I've had somebody who made less than me, and it still I thought would work out, but apparently in that situation men sometimes feel like they are not man enough, and then they start compensating in some other things, trying to boost their ego in some other way. So for this time, I want to change it up, and I actually would like to have somebody who makes either equal amount of money or more amount of money.
do you think it's the same thing for a man, where if he's making 150, he's going to expect his woman to meet him equal or more?
I think it's reasonable to expect that, yes.
But do you think that's what most men are like in Miami or even in general?
I think that some men who are making good money, they might be looking for something else rather than money in women. For example, the feminine energy, and those women maybe sometimes don't make money, but there is a trade-off. Their energy, they're giving something else rather than that equality. So men sometimes go for those type of women.
If a man is rich and wealthy and doing very well on his own, what do you think he could possibly want from a woman?
Just like peace. I don't know, someone to come home to, someone to like talk to. I don't want to say too much.
I mean, definitely I work hard every day, so I just want somebody that's loyal, especially in this city like this. I just want a girl to show loyalty, a girl that takes care of herself, If she got gynecologist appointment a couple times a month, that's a,
Green flag.
green flag.
Green flag.
If she went to school, green flag, if she has pretty toes, pretty hands, pretty eyes, green flags, yeah.
And if a woman is rich and wealthy and she can take care of herself, what could she possibly want from a man?
Nothing. They don't want nothing.
Well, why do you say that?
We in 2023. It's a lot of independent women, right?
That's very true, yeah.
Do you agree with him?
I mean, I feel like people get lonely, right? Like you would want someone to be loyal to you, someone to like share your time with, but if you can take care of yourself, like you don't really need anything. You just want them, They're a little bonus.
Do you think that having a kid
Yes.
helps or hurts your dating life at 30?
I mean, they wanted me when I was pregnant, so I don't know. I have a little girl. I don't know.
But you think they wanted you to?
Depends, because some guys that are definitely, if they don't have kids, they're not gonna go for it. And if there's people that, if they see that you are,
go for it as well.
yeah.
But
I was pregnant and married, and they still wanted me.
But you think they wanted you to commit, or they just wanted to, have fun with you?
I think definitely a lot of guys go for girls who have kids because they think that most girls who have kids, they don't value themselves. They think that, oh, this guy doesn't have a kid, I have a kid, so I gotta like put up with shit. So I think it's made some guys think that single moms are a target or easy prey. But it just depends, honestly.
You want a guy who also has a kid or not?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, if they co-parent, if they have a kid and they're co-parenting well, then that kind of shows me how they are as a parent. Versus sometimes when you deal with somebody who doesn't have a kid, they don't really know that like they lack that drive to want to better themselves. I don't know how to explain it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
What's your preference though?
I still have not figured that one out.
So you don't even know what you want?
Because not yet, and I think that's okay. You don't always have to be with someone. I am perfectly happy being by myself.
Strong and
I was in a
independent.
relationship for 6 years. Yeah. I gave it my all. Didn't work out, so now I'm living for myself. My kids have what they need, or she has what she needs, so I'm good. I am perfectly fine sleeping alone and waking up alone. And when I decide that I'm ready to move on, then when you're not ready to move on, you're gonna attract that negativity. When you're in a better place, you're gonna attract better. When you're in a bad place, you're not gonna attract that negative. So I think it's best whenever you're not ready to just stay single.
If you suspect your man of cheating, should you be able to go through his phone?
I would never go through someone's phone just because last time I did that, I lost like 15 pounds.
What happened?
I didn't like what I found, but
I mean, what'd you find?
Come on. What do you think?
Was it just like messages or?
Yeah, but like messages of. Yeah, messages, I guess. Let's leave it there.
How'd you cut him off from that point?
We just broke up.
So if you suspect your partner of cheating, what would you do at this point?
So you mean suspect? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I wouldn't want to go through his phone because there's this saying like in Spanish, el que busca encuentra. So if you look for it, you will find it. It's basically what it translates to. So if you go through someone's phone, you will find something that you don't like. Even if they're not cheating, you're probably still going to find something that you're not happy about.
It's a confirmation bias.
Probably.
What's not ideal for a relationship for you?
Not having a job and being surviving off women, that's not okay. Because I've had that before and I've seen that before, and it's a lot of that in Miami.
So there's a lot of men around here who are looking for sugar mamas.
Yes. Okay. At least the type of men I like, apparently. So.
No, doesn't that fall back on you being that attracted to the kind of man that you have to take care of?
Yes. I'm working on it. I pay a lot to my psychotherapist, so we're working on it.
Well, why do you think that is?
Oh my God.
Why do you think you're attracted to that kind of man?
Because I like abs.
Because you like what?
I like abs.
Like. But what does that have to do with you taking care of him?
Well, because usually the guys who are attractive here, they go to the gym a lot. They usually that's all they do. It's like Ken from Barbie. What do you do for a living? I do beach. Well, I do gym. And they don't have professional jobs, so they don't make enough money. So they know that they can use their sexuality to live off women.
Their sex appeal.
Yeah, the sex appeal, yeah.
Were you married to your baby father?
Yes.
Are you looking to get remarried?
No. Hell no. You know how many married men I have in my DMs? Never. I'm not doing it.
So no more marriage. You've already done it once. You don't need to experience it again.
I think I need a piece of paper. Like if I find a partner in life that wants to do life with me, then we can do it. And if we decide to be married, then we can definitely be married. But
so how would you gauge his level of commitment with you?
How what?
How would you gauge his level of commitment to you, if not with a ring? Especially since you have a kid.
I don't know. It depends on the conversations that we have. We have to have certain conversations. Whenever avoid those conversations. That's how you know how to treat them. Like, you know, okay, he wants to just have fun. That's fine. We'll have fun.
And how soon would you let your new man meet your daughter?
Oh my gosh, never. I don't ever. I have, you know, this is a scary world as a girl mom. I've had men be like, oh, your daughter's so beautiful. Like, I can just picture myself with you and your daughter. I don't know. If my kid's asleep and they try, oh, your kid's asleep, can I slide through? No, it's a no. If my kid's there, you're not sliding through. I don't trust nobody with my daughter. I think it has to be like very serious that we're gonna like take it to the next level for him to meet my daughter.
Okay. And what's the next level? Especially since you don't want to get married.
Like if we were to like be like in each other's, meet each other's families and be more involved on a personal level, more exclusive, move together. I don't know.
What's the most a man has spent on you in one night?
I don't know. I wouldn't even be able to tell you.
Why is that?
I don't know how much things cost.
Girls don't look at the bill.
Yeah, like I don't.
So of all the guys you've been with in your entire life, you can never just pick out a figure of like, oh, this guy spent the most on me or not.
I mean, like on me alone, or like as like I don't know.
Yeah, like in a night.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Now, as a man, do you remember the most you've spent on a woman in one night?
Yeah, I've been in a relationship before, so a couple thousand, nothing too crazy.
Couple thousand in one night. What'd you do?
Like, I mean, if you're mine, I'm gonna like, you know, we can go shopping, dinner, you know, the whole nine. Trucks, black truck, like everything to have a good time.
And that's exactly what you did.
Yeah,
too.
that was just me, like
Okay.
one-on-one. Yeah, one-on-one, yeah.
Now, why do you think it is that in her mind she can't even think of a number, but you could pull it out like immediately?
I mean, it depends on the value that they bring to the table, what I feel like they're worth, the energy that, you know, the woman is worth. If I feel like, you know, we're at that stage where we can do a talking stage and I feel like she deserves that, then I'll show her that, you know? If I feel like she's giving me the right vibes, not like gold digger vibes, and she's like got something going, like, you know, she goes to school, well, she went to school, she does amazing for herself, I feel like we could do something amazing if we were to get to that point, but right now we just vibing.
What do you think the way you're dressed communicates to the men out here in Miami when they see you out?
The way I'm dressed compared to the way a lot of girls are dressed, I think it's pretty respectful. Because it's hot as fuck. I'm sweating. But you see, I'm not really showing much. It's long sleeve.
So they look at you and they go, that's a modest woman.
Probably not, but I'm not trying to be a modest woman. I'm trying to be, you know, in the scene right now. We're out, we're having fun. But that's because I'm dressed a certain way. Even if I was walking around in a thong and a bathing suit, doesn't mean that it's an invitation for you to suspect me or to think that you're gonna get laid. You know, you can dress however you want to dress and not have to feel like, oh, you caused a reaction by the way you dressed.
That doesn't have any correlation with how a woman is.
No, because like I said, I've been pregnant in a long dress with regular shoes on, a total soccer mom, and guys will still flirt.
But are you less likely to be approached by dressing more modestly in a disrespectful way?
So I landed today from Texas, and I was wearing a baggy t-shirt and cargo pants, and I still got hit on.
Disrespectfully?
Yeah.
What do you say?
Like, damn girl, come over here. And I was just like, I walked away. So, I mean, and she even said it. She's like, you're dressed up and covered and you're still...
And that doesn't make you feel good when a guy is like, damn girl?
I'll be like, that's all I need. I don't really got to be showing my ass and titties like that for me to be catching attention.
That make you feel good though when he's like, damn girl?
No, because I know what they want. It's like whatever. I don't, my confidence doesn't get boosted by a guy's comments.
Not at all.
Not at all. You hear it and you just keep walking. Him saying you look good or you look beautiful or you look hot, I'm not gonna think about it tomorrow.
But do you think that's because women get more compliments than men do?
I don't know. If I see a guy that's really cute, I'm gonna compliment him.
What if a cute guy was the one that says, damn girl?
I'll be like, what's up? I'm kidding.
You know, they say there's a lot of truth rooted in jokes.
A lot of what?
Truth rooted in jokes.
In jokes? Oh, I'm a very goofy person, so I don't know. Don't take half of what I say serious. I'm kidding. He's about to back up into us.
Yeah, we about to get this money. All right.
Thank you.